Hello good people, thank you for joining me in this video. My name is Saga, welcome to my channel. On this channel I like to do, well, mainly makeup at the moment, but I mean to be doing some sewing down the line, maybe some other creative stuff, see what we can come up with. But today, however, what I'm doing is two looks, one palette with this new Oden'sEye and Angelica Nyqvist Hela Palette. I was super excited when Angelica announced this palette because not only do I watch her channel and I hate to say big fan, but yeah, I'm a big fan of what she does. And I also love Oden'sEye and what they do. They're a Swedish indie brand, I'm a Swedish person, and I like to support small businesses, so this is just a concept made in heaven for me. Or made in hell. Bad word puns. You get what you get. So this is what the palette looks like, and this is not going to be a first impression for me because I've already used this. I had to go into the office, so I thought I'm gonna do my makeup and I couldn't help but go very, very green for that. Green is office appropriate, believe me. So I've tried Venom and Fluorescence already, as well as Moss. But today I want to play with some of the other colours just so I can try a little bit more and sort of get an idea of the entire palette. I've been craving the complete shade since the announcement video, so that one is definitely happening. But I think that's going to be in look 2. I want to start with a halo eye. I'm feeling the yellows for that. Let me prep my eyelids and we'll get started. Right, I'm prepped and ready, so I'm going to start with Underworld and just take that through at the crease. Ooh, that is yellow. One of the reasons I was excited for this palette was because my first video about a year ago, it was my video on Angelica Nyqvist and Kaleidos, the Club Nebula palette. And that palette is still sort of my iconic, my go-to for, well, most things. I love that palette. And you know you're going to get an interesting colour story with her. So this is probably going to look a little bit grabby in certain places, and that is not by any means the product. I have eczema on my eyelids and, well, around my eyes in general. So you might be able to see it right there. There's a really dry patch. I had a flare-up earlier this week, and to be honest, I had a flare-up the second I got the email confirmation that they were delivering my palette that day. My eyelids were like, oh, you're getting a new palette that you're really excited about. Let's flare up. So I've been sitting with this palette for like a week and a half, not being able to use it, because if I use it when it's aggravated, it stings. Oh my god, it stings, and it itches and it swells up, and it's not fun. It's not fun at all. The thing is, that's probably still gonna happen tomorrow because I'm still not 100% okay. But fuck it. I really want to use this. We've got a really nice yellow base going on, so I'm going to use Rebirth later and just blend out the top edge a little bit. But before then, I want to use Decay and do the inner and outer corner. And I know, if you want to build with really dark shades, sometimes you should go darkest to lightest. I didn't actually think about that, so there might be a tiny little bit of patchiness when I put this on, but we can work with it. But yeah, I was really excited when she announced this, so I set my alarm and I was there right when it launched. I think it launched like 1 minute earlier than announced, so instead of bang on midnight, it launched at like 23:59 or 11:59. So I managed to put it in my basket with the headband, as you can see, or the hairband, and I got my confirmation email by the time it was midnight. So I was so impressed with how smooth the entire sort of checkout process was. That was insane. This looks a little bit horrible at the moment, but that's because I haven't blended or done anything like that. It's one of those things with halo eyes, you just got to trust the process. It's the same as with smoky eyes. So let's go in and start blending this and see if we can get a slightly nicer outcome. And I've really been struggling with motivation lately. I haven't done my nails since Halloween, so I'm trying to get myself in a creative headspace this evening because my partner is away at an event, so I'm going to be home alone and I might as well just do crazy makeup and get my nails done. So that's going to be really nice. I'm looking forward to that. I wanted something nice and spring inspired because I need colours in my life right now. So I am thinking I'm going to do sakura flowers on the one hand and I'm going to do ice creams on the other. So we'll see how that turns out. I'll probably post a picture on Instagram, so by the time this video comes out, that picture should already be there available. Because it takes me ages to edit videos. I do not have the skills down on lock to do it quickly yet. Back and blend. Let's go into Rebirth and see if we can lighten up these edges a little bit. I think one of the reasons why I'm so tired right now is what's going on in the world. Oh, I say in the world, I mean in Ukraine. Because I am angry, I am sad, I am frustrated. Of course there isn't much I personally can do, but I have made a small donation to the Red Cross. I try to stay up to date on things and I am stocked up on beans in case anything happens to the UK. That is very yellow and I'm very happy with that because I don't really have any yellow in my collection, so this was a good choice. Now I'm going to put down some glitter glue on my lid before I put the shimmers on, because when I tried this palette on Thursday with the green shimmers, I did have a tiny little bit of creasing after a few hours. So I just want to give it the best chance it has to not crease. Not that it's going to stay on for that long, to be fair. Do you know what? I'll skip the glitter glue on this look. The less sticky shit I put on my face, honestly, is probably going to be better. So I'm going into Golden Bridge. As always, Oden'sEye shimmers are fucking stunning. There's no other words for it. I'm gonna have to swear. They are just glittery on a completely different level. And by glittery, I don't mean all pressed glitters or anything like that. There's no pressed glitters in this. But I mean like fairy dust that they've probably like fair traded with the fairies and then pushed in a pan with some mica so it gets some colour. And what you get is just this sparkly, ethereal, sensational colour on your lid. Definitely fair trade fairy dust. That sounds like a thing. And I'm going to top off the middle with a little bit of the double-sided shade because I'm really interested in using that one as well. My camera will never pick up the shifts in this, but oh my god, that is so pretty. Let's just deepen out a little bit. Deepen out, deepen in, deepen up, deepen down. I think I'm quite happy now with the lids, so I'm going to finish off the rest of the eye, just some eyeliner and some mascara, and just finish off the look. So I'll be back in a second. And here is the finished look. I threw on a tiny little wing, and I didn't want to do anything too big because the main focus is supposed to be on the eyeshadows. And I also used a little bit of the Colourpop gel liner in the colour Crossed in my waterline because I just want to highlight that it's yellow. I want to bring that out a little bit more. I thought that looked quite nice actually. I've paired it with a very neutral lip because again I want the focus to be on the eyes. So I'm still obsessed with the Kiko Milano Holiday Fable lipsticks. This is shade number 1. And just to give it a little bit more gloss, because this is lovely and has a little bit of sparkle, but just to give it a little bit more shine and sparkle, I've also used the NYX Filler Instinct. I also finished off with the Kaleidos Space Age Prophecy highlighter because it has a little bit of that green to peach shift, just like the shade Double Sided does. So I thought that might work out quite well actually. I'm very happy with how this turned out and I'm so excited for look number 2. That'll be coming up in just a second. Okay, we are back. I have reset my eyelids and believe me, I took the other makeup off and I was like, this feels fine. It doesn't feel too, like the skin is too irritated. And then I put the primer on and I was like, it burns. So that is probably a good thing. I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. I'm just going to sit with an ice pack on my face. It'll be fine. So this second look I want to do a colourful smoky eye and I want to use the pinks and the complete shade. So I'm kind of dreading and looking forward to this in equal measure. It's kind of why I put this last. I can see this going sideways completely because you have this thing with smoky eyes where you need to trust the process, you need to keep blending and you need to sort of build it up and it will come together in the end. But until then, you are going to look like you're going through something difficult. And I mean, that sounds appropriate for the moment, doesn't it? I'm going to start with Goddess, just right in the crease there. I can blend this upwards in a little bit, but it's just I don't want to go too high up to begin with because I'm going to blend this out later with the Hela shade as well. Wow, this is super, super pink. Pink isn't really one of my colours. I've never been much of a pink girl. But in makeup, for some reason, eyeshadows, yes, I can go hot pink. Clothing, forget it, not gonna happen. And actually the room I want to make my filming room, when we can sort of do it up a little bit and make it look nice and actually put a desk in there. I call it the pink room at the moment. It's our guest bedroom. It has pink carpet, pink walls, pink drapes, pink roses all over the walls. It was not decorated by me. I can promise that. Okay, we have a suitably pink base. So this is where it could go really sideways. I'm going to start laying down a dark base for complete to go on top of, just so it will get that sparkly effect from it. So I'm going to go in and just paint the lid with a black eyeliner. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. You might never see this look. It might be something completely different and I'll just cut it out. Oh, I hope not, because I can't wipe off the makeup and put more on again. My eyelids are going to fall off. And to be honest, I'm not going to be worried about this being neat because I am smudging this to all hell in a second. But I'm just trying to be careful around the absolute edges because I don't want to poke this in my eye. Even though it is fairly likely to happen at some point. I'm not just going to give in to my fate and get it over and done with. I'm going to try to resist. Where is my smudging brush? Smudging brush! God damn it. I don't want this to dry down completely because then it's dried down. There we are. It's actually mixing with the pink and becoming purple. Okay, I see you, blue-toned eyeliner. Yeah, see, I was really quite conservative with that pink to begin with. I could have gone up way further. And we're building. I think I want to wing this out a little bit. That's why I'm just taking it out there on the outer corner. I'm going to bring this down and smudge it on the lower line even now. Because I already look unstable. Okay, so we're getting somewhere with this. It's intense, it's a moment, but I am kind of living for it. I'm kind of living for the potential of what it could be. Let me correct that. Now, I'm going to go in with a complete shade over the entire lid, pretty much. And then I'll go in with the pink afterwards and blend it out, I think. Let's try that and see what happens. Oh, I live for this shade. Get in there. I don't think I've ever seen a shade that's more rock and roll. And that might sound really weird coming from somebody who's 35 sitting here in a leopard jumper and a hair tie. Now, let's see if we can blend some colour back into this. I can barely speak while doing this because I am low-key a little bit obsessed. I'm going to need to bypass my no sticky shit on my eyelids rule to put on some big lashes with this because it calls for lashes. So that's going to happen in a little bit. I've still got some blending to do, but I realised I'm sitting here completely quiet and just looking at myself. And there's something sort of deranged, vampy going on with this look, which I am absolutely living for. And I'm absolutely happy with how much I love this look at the moment, because this was the first look I thought of when I saw the palette announced. When she showed the complete shade, I thought I really want to do a smoky eye. I want to do a dark, deep look. And I really want to get some pink in there as well, because I wanted to do a pink smoky eye for ages now. I'm just going to take a smaller fluffy brush with the Hela shade and just get that in on the absolute outer edges. And see, this is why I started putting the pink shade quite far down and just sort of very conservatively in the crease when I started, because with the blending of this, it's going to hit the brows anyway. I will get there. Smudge this out a little bit more now that it has the pink shade to mix with. So we get a little bit of that purple thing which is going on the lid, on the lower lid as well. I kind of need a little pop of something in the inner corner. I just want something, and I can't decide whether to go with double-sided and have like a bright pop, or whether I want to go with River and just go dark all the way. I haven't tried River. Or maybe Hellfire would be nice. No, I'm going with River. I've not tried it yet. It looks absolutely stunning when people swatch it. Oh, it's got like a berry shift to it. Berry and blue. So the berry is going to go very nicely with the pink.
This is messy. Oh, so messy. But I couldn't give less of a shit, 'cause it's pretty. And that's all I really care about. I couldn't make that last bit rhyme.
Okay, let me do some eyeliner and... I can't even speak, I'm so excited. Let me do some eyeliner and lash this bitch up, and I'll come back and show you how it turned out in the end. Let's go. And we're done. I had to go and get a darker lipstick as well, and I put on a little bit more blush because I felt that we needed intensity with this look. Put on the biggest lashes I have. These are the Diva Foam Ink from PS. PS is a Primark brand. The only problem I find with this style is that the lash band is really thick. So it kind of pulls up a little bit in my inner corner because there's just no amount of glue in the world that will keep it down. Either way, I'm so happy with this look. I mean, I can't stop looking at myself in the mirror. I also use my Be Perfect Get Wet highlighter because I thought this needs more glitter. Why not? I haven't actually felt this pumped about one of my makeup looks since Halloween when I did the It Girl, which is a red smoky eye. So apparently I have a thing for colourful smoky eyes. That is just... apparently that's my niche. I mean, the lipstick is a lot more warm toned than the eye look is, but it was the best I could do at the moment. I wanted a dark lipstick, and again, I am just a monster for the Kiko Milano Holiday Fable. But yeah, let's get to my final thoughts on the palette. I have really enjoyed working with this. I mean, can you see the smile on my face? I haven't used all shades yet. There's a good few left that I want to try, and I say that as if I don't want to try all of them. I do really want to try all of them. I think what this does well is it hits on what Angelica is really good at. She did the same thing with the Club Nebula. She gets some light shades in there, she gets really dark, deep shades in there, and she puts some amazing topper and transforming shades. Because, for example, the double-sided shade, it looks white, almost white in the pan, but it has such a beautiful shift with it. And it will just transform with whatever base you put it on. So that one is going to be very versatile, and I think that is some of the best shades to get in. I mean, this complete shade is probably my favourite out of the lot. It's not a true black. It's more of a, like a slate, a deep slate grey, or like a deep gunmetal grey. But if you put it on a dark base like I did with the eyeliner I put down first, that I think will help it keep the darkness a little bit. And when you watch it on the lid and you move your head around, it gives the effect of a true black metal because it has a little bit of sparkle, and it is stunning. Ah, I can use this all day long. I might actually hit pan on something for once. But yeah, this is restocking on, I think, the 22nd of March, 22nd or 23rd, something like that. So keep an eye out on the webpage if you want it. The quality is amazing, and unfortunately after this restock, it's not going to come back again. Not this palette. They're probably going to do more in this series. It's part of the legendary Diversa, which is all collabs they have done with different influencers. But when it was Angelica, I really wanted it because I know how good she is at creating palettes, and the colour story really spoke to me. Like I said previously, I don't really have yellows in my collection at the moment, so this kind of filled that hole. Anyway, I'm going to go and take an immodest amount of pictures of my own face. So I hope you enjoyed this video. In that case, maybe hit the like button, maybe subscribe, you know, maybe. Think about it. I'd love it if you did. And I will see you in the next video. Have a good evening, guys.
I really should get one of those mesh nightgowns with the fluff around the arms and the neck, so I can dramatically open the door when the police come to tell me that my lover has mysteriously disappeared. Oh, officer, I had no idea that could have happened. Just waiting for my Oscar? Yes, please and thank you. See, this is why I love makeup, because I'm looking at this and I'm just creating this character, this absolute drama queen and glamorous woman in my head. And that's not me. I mean, I look like I've just rolled out of a dumpster like 98% of the time. And now I look amazing. I'm so happy. If this is not a glowing review of this palette, I don't know what is. I think that's what Teresa likes to call wrinkly ballsack texture. Because I'm in my 30s.